to solve problems on sort in mathematics. Now let's look at the first question here. We have simplify 1 over 1 minus 2 root 3. That is, to simplify this, we need to rationalize this sort. And how we rationalize this is we multiply the numerator and denominator by conjugate sort for the denominator. The conjugate sort there we have 1 plus 2 root 3. This is a conjugate of this particular sort, and we use this now to multiply numerator and denominator. And this becomes 1 times 1 plus 2 root 3, then divided by, also multiply this by the conjugate. We have 1 minus 2 root 3 multiplied by 1 plus 2 root 3. Then from here, we can expand this bracket. Then when one multiply this, we still have same thing as 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by, the expansion here follows from difference of the square. When we have conjugate sort like this, it follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open brackets, a plus b, and write this as a square minus b square. And this here, a is 1, we can have it as 1 square minus b is 2 root 3, you have 2 root 3 all square. That is, here we have 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 square is 1 and minus 2 root 3 square. This square will affect 2. This becomes 2 square, then times also a root 3, that's root 3 square. And we have 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 minus 2 square, that's 4, and times root 3 square. Square cancel square roots. We have 3. Then this becomes 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by 1 minus 4 times 3 here, that's 12. As this we have 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 minus 12 here, that's minus 11. And we can also separate this into 2 fractions, and we have 1 over minus 11 plus 2 root 3 over minus 11, and 1 over minus 11, that's same thing as minus 1 over 11, then plus over minus, that's minus, and we can separate it as 2 over 11 root 3. At this here, we have this as a simplified form of this given problem. So that's what we have there. We have already rationalized this particular sort now to this. So let's look at the second question here. We have number 2 from here. So let's look at another question. We have to simplify 2 divided by root 2 plus root 5. Okay, now also we rationalize this sort and we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. Here, the conjugate sort is root 2 minus root 5. So use this now to multiply the numerator and denominator. That is, here we have 2 times root 2 minus root 5. Then divided by, also multiply this by a conjugate. We have root 2 plus root 5 multiply by also root 2 minus root 5. That is, here, this same thing as 2. We can decide to leave it as 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5. Then all over. These are also conjugate sort. Follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open bracket a minus b, which you can write as a square minus b square. This here a is root 2, so we have root 2 square, then minus b is root 5, that's root 5 square. Then here we have 2 into bracket root 2 plus root 5, then over root 2 square, square cancel square root, we have 2 minus root 5 square, also square cancel square root, we have 5. As this here we have 2 into brackets root 2 minus root 5 over 2 minus 5 give us minus 3. And here we can write this as minus 2. This minus can come to the front and into bracket root 2 minus root 5 over 3, or we can write it as minus 2 over 3 then multiply by root 2 minus root 5. So that here we have this as a simplified form of this solved problem. So we have already rationalized this sort now, and we have this. You are watching us live here at Master Team Class. Do well to give a thumbs up, share this video, and also put your comments. Now let's look at another question here. We call this question number 3. And here we have, this is also a simple one. 1 divided by 1 plus root 2. Also, to simplify this, multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. As we have 1 minus root 2. This of the denominator. So use this to multiply the numerator and denominator. This now becomes 1 times 1 minus root 2. Then divided by, also we have 1 plus root 2 multiplied by 1 minus root 2. Then here, when we open this bracket, we still have same thing as 1 minus root 2. Then divided by, here, these brackets multiply. And this follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open brackets, a minus b. This same thing as a square minus b square. And this here, a is 1. We have 1 square minus this root 2, we have root 2 square. And this here, up we see a 1 minus root 2. Then over here we have 1 square is 1 minus root 2 square. Square cancel square root. We have 2 left. At this here we have 1 minus root 2 divided by 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And we can separate this as 1 over minus 1, then minus root 2 over minus 1, which is equals to 1 over minus 1 is minus 1. Then minus over minus turn to plus. Root 2 over 1, that's still root 2, which we can decide to write root 2 first as root 2, then minus 1. So here, we also have this as a simplified form for this solved problem. That is, we have been able to rationalize this sort. Okay. Then next we look at the next question here, which is number 4. For this question number 4, that is, yeah, we want to look at this particular question. A very simple one as well. We have 1 divided by 3 minus root 2. So to simplify this, we also rationalize this sort and multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. The conjugate sort of the denominator here is 3 plus root 2. So use this now and multiply the numerator and denominator. So we have 1 times 3 plus root 2, also divided by 3 minus root 2, multiplied by 3 plus root 2. That is, simplifying further, when one open these brackets, we still have the same thing as 3 plus root 2, which is divided by. Also, this bracket multiplying follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open bracket, a plus b. That is, here this becomes a square minus b square. Then here this becomes 3 square minus root 2 square. Then here we have 3 plus root 2 divided by 3 square, that's 9, and minus root 2 square, square can square root, we have 2, then equals to, we have 3 plus root 2 over 9 minus 2, that's 7. And when we separate this, we have 3 over 7 plus root 2 over 7, which is same thing as 3 over 7 plus 1 over 7 root 2. So here we have this now as the simplified form for this particular solved problem. Okay, we look at another one here. And we call this number 5. You are watching us live here at Master T Class, so give a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos. Okay, so let's consider another one. We call this number 5. That is, here we have 1 divided by 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. Now, the same way we rationalize this particular sort and multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. The conjugate sort here is 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. It is only the sign that changes in conjugate of the sort. So use this now to multiply numerator and denominator. And we have 1 times 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Then over also 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3 multiplied by 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Then when we solve this further, one open this bracket here, we still have same thing as 3 root 2 plus divided by, this also follows when we have a plus or a minus b into brackets, open brackets, a plus b. Here we can express as a square minus b square. And here a is 3 root 2. So we have 3 root 2 all square minus b is 2 root 3. So we have 2 root 3 all square. That is here. We have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by this square affect 3. And we have 3 square, that's 9 times it have root 2. Root 2 square, that's 2, and minus. Also, this square affect 2. 2 square, that's 4, then times. Also, root 3 square, that's 3. Then equals to, here we have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Then divided by 9 times 2, that's 18. Minus 4 times 2, that's 12. Then here we have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by 18 minus 12, we have 6. And we can separate this, and we have 3 root 2 over 6 plus 2 root 3 over 6. That is, when we reduce this, we can write it as 1 over 2 root 2 plus 1 over 3 root 3. So here we have the simplified form of this given solved problem. Okay? Okay. Next step here, we look at another question. Still on simplification of solve. Thank you for connecting here live at Master T Math Class. Okay? So do it to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and also stay tuned for more exciting questions. All right, so let's consider another one here as number 6. We have also simplify 1 plus root 3 over 1 minus root 3. This is also a sort that we need to rationalize the denominator. Okay, so the conjugate of the denominator here is 1 plus root 3. Use this conjugate now to multiply both the numerator and the denominator. That is, here this will now become 1 plus root 3 multiplied by 1 plus root 3. Then divide by, also use this to multiply the conjugate. We have 1 minus root 3 multiplied by 1 plus root 3. Okay, so here we have same thing inside this bracket. Just like when we have same thing multiplying a times a, we can write this as a squared. You can decide to write this as 1 plus root 3 all squared, then divided by, also this follows difference of 2 square, a minus b into brackets, open brackets, a plus b. This is same thing as a square minus b square. As this a here is 1, we have 1 square minus root 3 is b, that's root 3 square. And this now becomes, when we expand this, this follows when we have a plus b all square. We can write this as a square plus b square plus 2ab. So here we can say this is 1 square plus root 3 square plus 2 times 1 times root 3, which is divided by 1 square is 1 minus square cancel square root here, we have 3. Okay, so here we now have 1 square is still 1 plus root 3 square. Square cancel square root, we have 3. Then plus 2 times 1 times root 3, that gives us 2 root 3, which is divided by 1 minus 3, that gives us minus 2. Okay, so here we have 1 plus 3, that's 4. Then plus 2 root 3 over minus 2. We can factor 2 up here. That is, we have 2 into brackets. Here remain 2, then plus root 3 remain here over minus 2. That is, next step here, 2 we cancel 2 here. So we have this minus here, we can write it in front now. We have minus into bracket 2 plus root 3. So this here now is the solution. That is the simplified form of this given problem. Is minus into brackets 2 plus root 3. All right. So that is the rationalized form of that particular solved problem. Okay, let's look at number 7 here. Let's look at this as number 7. We have 3 minus 2 root 2. 3 minus 2 root 2 divided by 3 plus 2 root 2. Okay, now to solve this, we also rationalize this solved. The conjugate of the denominator is 3 minus 2 root 2. So use this now to multiply the numerator and denominator. So this now becomes 3 minus 2 root 2 multiplied by 3 minus 2 root 2, which is divided by, also this will multiply the conjugate. We have 3 plus 2 root 2, then multiply by 3 minus 2 root 2. So drop your comment in the comment section. Also give a thumbs up. All right. Thank you for watching. Yeah, this bracket, we have same thing in the bracket, just like when we have a times a. And simply write that as a squared. So we can write this as 3 minus 2 root 2 all square. Then divide by this here follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open brackets, a minus b. So this is a square minus b square. That is here a is 3, that's 3 square minus b is 2 root 2, that's 2 root 2 square. That is here the expansion of this follow when we have a minus b all square. So this is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Here we can write it as 3 square plus 2 root 2 all square, then minus 2 times 3 times 2 root 2 divided by, here 3 square is 9, then minus this square affects 2, 2 square that's 4 times, also root 2 square that's 2. Then here 3 square is 9 up here, then plus also the square affects 2, that's 4, then times root 2 square, that's 2, then minus 2 times 3, 6 times 2, that's 12, then root 2. Over here we have 9 minus 4 times 2, that's 8. That is, here we have 9 plus 4 times 2, that's 8, then minus 12 root 2 divided by 9 minus 8 is 1. Here we have 9 plus 8, that's 17, then minus 2, 12 root 2 over 1 is still same thing as 17 minus 12 root 2. So here we have this as a simplified form of this solved problem. Okay, So you are watching us live here at Master T Atlas. You are joining us for the first time. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. Also give your comments and give a thumbs up. Okay. Now let's look at number 8 here in this class. We do this as number 8. We have to also simplify 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. So this is actually a simple one. So rationalize this sort. The conjugate of denominator, that's root 3 minus 1. So use this conjugate now to multiply the numerator and denominator. So this becomes 1 times root 3 minus 1 over. Also use it to multiply this. That's root 3 plus 1 multiplied by root 3 minus 1. That is, when we simplify now, when 1 opens bracket, we still have same thing as 3 root 3 minus 1 over here. This follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open brackets, a minus b. This is a square minus b square. This here, we have root 3 square minus 1 square. Here, this becomes root 3 minus 1 over root 3 square. Square cancel square root, we have 3, then minus 1 square, that's 1. That is, here we have root 3 minus 1 over 3 minus 1 here, that's 2. And if you like, we can write it as root 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2. Or you can say this is 1 over 2 root 3 minus 1 over 2. Whichever way you want it. Or we can say this is 1 over 2 into bracket root 3 minus 1. Still the same thing. So that's what we have for number 8 question. Now let's look at another one here as number 9. Okay. So let me write the question and we can try that first before we solve it together. You can put the answer in the comments section. That is, here we have 2 root 6 minus 1 divided by 3 root 6 minus 1. 3 root 6 minus 1. Put your answer in the comment section. Let's see who gets it in the comments. Okay, yes. Now, the same method we use here, when we solve this, we rationalize this sort and multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort for the denominator. Now, the conjugate sort is 3 root 6 plus 1. So, this is a conjugate sort. Use this now to multiply the numerator and denominator, and this becomes 2 root 6 minus 1 times 3 root 6 plus 1. Also divided by, yeah, we have 3 root 6 minus 1 times 3 root 6 plus 1. That is now, yeah, When we expand this what is in this bracket are not the same thing, so we cannot square it like before. What you just do is to expand this bracket. Now 2 raised 6 we first multiply, and when you multiply the numbers, then the root, and you multiply it together. So now we can say 2 times 3, that's 6. Okay, we have 6, then times root 6 times root 6, that's 6. So that's why we have 6 times 6 there. Then plus also 2 root 6 we multiply 1, that's 2 root 6. Okay, minus 1 now we multiply. Minus 1 times 3 root 6, that's minus 3 root 6. Minus 1 times 1, that's minus 1. That's what is up. Then over this, I also conjugate, so which follows when we have a minus b into bracket, open bracket, a plus b. This is now a square minus b square. So that here we have 3 root 6 all square minus 1 square. Okay, so here 6 times 6 is 6. Then here there's also something similar sort. Here is root 6, root 6. They are similar, so we have 2 minus 3, that's minus 1 root 6, which is minus root 6. Then minus 1 over this square will affect 3. 3 square is 9. Then times root 6 square, that's 6. Then minus 1 square is 1. Then this becomes 36 minus 1. You can bring this together, and 36 minus 1 is 35. Then minus root 6 over 9 times 6. That gives us 56. I mean 50. That's 54, right? So we have 54 minus 1. Okay. Are we together? Yes, yes. So now we have 35 minus root 6 divided by 54 minus 1. That gives us 53. If you like, you can separate our answer and we say we have this as a 35 over 53. This one cannot be reduced. Then minus also root 6 over 53. Or you might say you have 35 over 53. Then minus 1 over 53. Then root 6. So we still have the same thing. I mean, we have already simplified this given problem. All right. You are still watching us live here as Master Team Atlas. You are joining us for the first time. Click on the subscription button and share this video. Put your comments. Okay. Now let's look at number 10. We have this question as number 10, which is an interesting one as well. So we have 2 over 2 root 2 minus 3. Let's solve this and simplify. Also, we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. The conjugate sort there is 2 root 2 plus 3. This is the conjugate sort. So use this now to multiply numerator and denominator. This becomes root 2 times 2 root 2 plus 3 over also we have 2 root 2 minus 3 times 2 root 2 plus 3. Then here, this bracket, we open it with root 2. So root 2 times this, that will be 2 times 2. Because root 2 times root 2 is 2. So 2 times 2, of course, this gives us 4. Then plus root 2 times 3, that's 3 root 2. Then divided by, here we have a minus b times a plus b. This is a square minus b square. This a here is 2 root 2. That's 2 root 2 square minus 3 square. This here we have 4 plus 3 root 2 over this square affects 2. That's 4. 2 square 4. Then times root 2 square, that's 2 minus 3 square 9. So here we have 4 plus 3 root 2 over 4 times 2, 8 minus 9. Here, this becomes 4 plus 3 root 2 over 8 minus 9 minus 1. We separate this and we have 4 over minus 1 plus 3 root 2 over minus 1. This 4 over minus 1 is still minus 4. Then minus is minus. So that's still minus 3 root 2. So we have minus 4 minus 3 root 2. Or better still, you can say minus into bracket 4 plus 3 root 2. So here we have this here as the simplified form of this particular solved problem. I thank you for connecting, for joining us here at Master Team Math Class, the channel meant for mathematics. So if you are new here in this channel, subscribe, also give a thumbs up and share this video. And stay tuned. See you in our next class. And bye.